안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 저는 한국에서 크립토 인플루언서로 활동하고 있는 세파월 세력이라고 합니다. 우선 지금 대화하고 있으신 분을 제가 우리 구독자님들께 소개를 해드리자면요. 매튜라고 해서 에이전트 레이어에서 AI 분야 총 책임을 맡고 계신 분입니다. 지난번에도 저희 세력 채널 구독자분들만을 위한 AMA 영상을 찍어 주셨었는데, 이번에도 이렇게 인터뷰를 하게 되었습니다. 오늘 AMA는 구독자분들께서 에이전트 레이어의 방향성, 목표, 그리고 이 프로젝트가 성공적으로 잘 나아가고 있는지 궁금해하셔서 이렇게 AMA를 진행하게 되었습니다. 오늘 이 인터뷰가 저희 구독자님들과 그리고 에이전트 레이어 측 모두에게 유익한 시간이 되었으면 좋겠습니다.
Hello, nice to meet you. We are Say Power, a crypto influencer based in South Korea. To introduce our guests to our subscribers, today's AMA will be hosted by Matthew, who serves as a chef AI evangelist at AgentLayer. Previously, Matthew kindly recorded an AMA video exclusively for our community channel subscribers, and we're excited to have him back for another interview this time. Today's AMA was organized in response to our subscribers' curiosity about Agent Layer's direction, goals, and how successfully the project is progressing. And I hope this interview will be a meaningful and valuable experience for both our subscribers and our Agent Layer team. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, thanks for having me. Very excited to be here. Really do appreciate all of the support that your community members have given us since starting last year. And we hope for your continued support in 2025. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So we're going to ask you some questions. Yeah, and our first question is, as a leader in AI agent era, what achievements have been demonstrated and are there plans to enhance token value?
Yeah, good question. So I think first of all, for the results demonstrated, in 2024, Agent Layer ended up forming over 50 partnerships and grew our Twitter to over 150,000 followers. We also have over 4 million registered wallets and users, and our token agent became publicly traded as well. So we did a lot of great work. And as for 2025, and one of our primary goals is increasing the token value. And I think that's going to be very beneficial for the people that support us in our community early on. And really, in order to do this, we are primarily focusing on creating the developer tools necessary for developers to come and create AI agents on our platform and have consumers and users be able to use those AI agents for a variety of different use cases. And in addition to this, we also have plans and have actually already implemented a burn mechanism where 25% of our monthly protocol revenues go towards burning the agent token, thus increasing the value of it. And that's already started to impact the actual price of the agent token in the last few months, and it's gone up significantly since then. So these are just some of the things that we're doing to enhance the token value, and hopefully 2025 will be a very good year for that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And the second question is, the token's listing price at the time of TGA was not favorable, and leaving a poor first impression on note holders and investors. What has the company done since then to improve this?
Yeah, so I think first of all, we need to offer a sincere apology. I think on our end, definitely there's no excuses for the poor performance, and we had high aspirations and expectations for it, but it didn't quite work out. But that being said, we are working tirelessly to redeem ourselves and make our node holders and investors proud, and also, a lot more money. So since we launched, I think there are definitely positives as well. The trajectory of the token has gone in the right direction. It's going up. We launched at 2.5 cents, and now we're close to double that initial price. And we actually peaked at around 10 cents, which is around 4 times the initial launch price. So to improve the value of the token further, as mentioned above, we have plans for doing things such as creating the tools necessary for these developers to build AI agents and for people to come and use them. And we're also planning to list on top tier one exchanges, which increases liquidity as well as accessibility for people to trade the token, thus enabling it to increase in value. And as well as mentioned earlier, there's also the burn mechanisms in place, which allow us to increase the value of the token further. So we're working on a lot of things on the community side, on the product side, all of this with one goal in mind, which is to make sure that the people that support us early in our journey, you guys, can benefit from doing so. So I hope that you can continue to place your trust and patience in us. And we hope to make 2025 a really good year for this.
Okay. And the third question. Currently, Gate.io is the only major exchange where the token is listed, right? So are there concrete plans for listing on additional exchanges?
Yeah, so I can't say exactly where we're listing yet, but I can tell you that there will be major listing news towards the end of this month, so in the next couple of weeks. And so that's going to be very exciting. And so stay tuned for that. And we are planning to list on a lot of different tier one exchanges later this year. So do keep your eyes out for that.
Okay. And the fourth question. Compared to other AI agent projects like AI 16s, Virtual, and AI XBT, AgentLayer seems to have little mentioned among Korean investors. And do you have any solutions for this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So one of our major goals in 2025 is to establish our brand and recognition among Korean investors. And we have a lot of things planned for this. So the first thing, for example, is that one of our investors is Worry Bank. Their investment arm invested in us, which I think kind of reflects our commitment to establishing a foothold and brand in Korea. And the second thing we plan to do is do a lot more work and collaborations with community-focused marketing and crypto groups. And so this includes partnering with influencers such as Say Power and sharing our updates in Korean language with the help of people that can help translate, such as yourself. So I do greatly appreciate that. And third, as mentioned earlier, I think one of the priorities we have is to be able to list in various different places and exchanges in Korea as well. So obviously that's going to boost liquidity and make our token more accessible to the Korean market. So I think hopefully maybe we catch up again in 6 months, and at that point, maybe a lot more Korean investors have heard of us, and we're doing well. So
Okay. And the fifth question. The AI agent meta is trending right now, and the funds are flowing into AI agent projects, right? So has AgentLayer made efforts to align with this trend? And do you think these efforts have yielded results?
Mhm. Yeah, good question. So I think overall, like our entire platform and vision is centered around AI agents and Web3. And it's something that we've been working on for well over a year now. And I think when it comes to results, I think our efforts have definitely yielded pretty great results. Our AI agents have been utilized over 2.5 million times in the last year. And I expect that number to grow exponentially as these AI agent capabilities become greater and we have the tools to support people to build them for a variety of different use cases. And we're also seeing a lot of our efforts starting to pay off when it comes to the token value side of things as well. And we've been recently listed as the top AI project, AI agent project with a market cap under 15 million. So I think people are definitely taking note of us, and we expect 2025 to be a big year when we're starting to list on major exchanges and have that liquidity, as well as the technology and platform to support our vision in place.
Okay. Next question. Sixth question. How does the agent token drive the economy within the AgentLayer ecosystem?
Mhm. Yeah, so I think the easiest way to think about this is that the agent token is basically like the currency that is used to pilot the entire ecosystem. So starting from the beginning, right? Like we need developers to create AI agents for a variety of different use cases. And so the incentive for developers to do that is when they get paid the agent token, right? And so they either are paid the agent token when people come and use the AI agents, or people can choose to invest in AI agents before they're created, right? So either way, there is some sort of liquidity and capital involved in incentivizing the developers to create these AI agents. And then once these AI agents are created, then people can come and use these AI agents for a variety of different use cases, right? So I can come and use it to help me code. I can use it to help me with marketing, with doing my work more efficiently as a personal assistant, right? It's endless possibilities, and like each developer can create an AI agent specifically for that use case that the user wants, right? And so that's really how kind of the value flow works within the ecosystem. And then in the back, we also have node operators, right? They participate in staking and validation, and they earn the agent token as a reward. We also have burn mechanisms in place to ensure that the value of the token remains stable and continues to go up. So overall, I think really when you think about the agent token, it really is what enables this virtuous cycle of development and use and production of value with these AI agents.
Okay, that's good. And the next question. What were some of the key milestones AgentLayer achieved in 2024? And how have they impacted the platform's growth and adoption?
Mhm. Yeah, so I talked about this a bit earlier, but I can go in a bit more detail. I think overall, right, we um, like it's really our first year and we did quite well. 150,000 followers on Twitter. We launched our test net with over 2 million participants in March. And then we started doing airdrops starting in April and, attracted tens of thousands of users through that. And then, we sold the nodes, and with that capital, we were able to list on major exchanges and start to give back that value to the people that supported us early on. And then we also started forming lots of different partnerships and collaborations with all sorts of other projects to do co-marketing, to help spread the word and build and foster our community further. So I think really like we did quite a lot in 2024, but we're hoping that's just the start. We hope that in 2025 we can grow much larger than we did in 2024, and make it so that our early supporters can definitely see a huge benefit in participating.
Okay, and the next question. How does staking agent tokens benefit both users and the overall ecosystem?
Yeah, good question. I think in general, staking, like outside of even just AgentLayer, is very beneficial because um, basically, like depending on how much you stake, right, you get a certain reward for doing that because you're locking your assets and allowing other people to use those assets for trading and other things that would benefit them. So definitely, I think bolsters liquidity and network stability, which are kind of the two most important things in Web3 and decentralized governance. And I think it really creates alignment, right? When other people see that other people are staking, the ecosystem grows stronger. It enables them, gives them confidence to also stake as well, and then people can use those tokens to be able to create things of value, such as the AI agents that you can create through AgentLayer. So I think it definitely benefits users and the overall ecosystem.
Okay, and ninth question. The AgentLayer recently conducted its first token burn, right? So how do you see token burns influencing the long-term value of the agent token? And what can users expect from future burn?
Mhm. Yeah, so I think overall, again, burning mechanisms are commonplace, but they're highly effective. And all projects should engage with this. And what we do is we essentially make it so that every month around 25% of our protocol revenue is used to burn these tokens. So the more revenue there is, and the more people are using AI agents, the more tokens are burned, which means the more valuable each token is, right? So we've already actually conducted 2 rounds of burns over the last 2 months. And that means that over 1 million agent tokens have already been burned. And I think because of that, right, you started to see that the token price started to go up as well. And so we're going to, continue to do that in the future. And of course, be very transparent about what we're doing and to make sure that, the value ultimately accrues with the community and the users.
Okay. And the last question. How does AgentLayer's decentralized and permissionless network enhance the autonomy and collaboration of AI agents?
Mhm. Yeah, so I think this one, there's a lot of different ways, and I'll try to kind of group things together in a way where it's digestible and understandable. There's really kind of 3 different ways I think that having decentralization helps AI and AI agents in general. The first one is it's much easier for agents to collaborate with each other. Right now, when we think about other AI agent systems, and in fact, I actually know somebody that I worked with in the past that raised over $100 million for this project in the Web2 space called Decagon, which basically makes AI agents for customer support. And that is kind of an isolated use case for something very specific. Whereas in our case, we enable AI agents to work together on many different things, not just focus on customer support, but things like buying plane tickets or helping you with coding, helping you with marketing, right? Everything along those lines. And I think when you have agents working together, it enables them to do much more. It's almost like having a person working in isolation versus somebody else working with them together, right? When you have multiple people working together, that's going to be much more effective. And so I think that's kind of the first thing, having the agents collaborate with each other. Very difficult to do without decentralization. And also the second thing is kind of that open innovation, right? Without these centralized gatekeepers, it becomes a lot easier for people that want to innovate to be able to, freely experiment, test things, deploy new ideas, and pave the way for the future and for future breakthroughs. And then the third one is, of course, I think having the incentive mechanism aligned, right? So, developers are incentivized to build AI agents because they can get agent tokens, and the consumers are incentivized to pay these agents with the agent token to use the services that they offer, and also to invest in agents that they think will do well, right? And so I think it really creates this virtuous cycle where everybody is benefiting, and that wouldn't be possible without AgentLayer's decentralized and permissionless network. But I think overall, like basically, none of this would be possible without the community to support us. And so I again want to thank all of you for your support, and we do really hope to make the best of it and then make it worth it in 2025.
Okay, thanks for your answering. And lastly, is there anything you'd like to say to the Korean holders?
I think I covered everything. I'm just very thankful and grateful for all of your support, and we will try our best to make you a proud owner in 2025 and in the future beyond that. So thank you.
예, 오늘 짧은 시간이었지만 에이전트 레이어가 어떻게 지금까지 해왔고 앞으로는 어떻게 에이전트 토큰 가치를 향상해 나갈 건지에 대해서 들을 수 있었습니다. 좀 요즘 AI 에이전트가 워낙 핫한 분야다 보니까 에이전트 레이어가 또 초기에 출발을 했잖아요. 그런 만큼 좋은 퍼포먼스를 통해서 지금 에이전트 레이어 노드를 가지고 계신 홀더분들도 많이 계신데 긍정적인 그런 시세 분출과 함께 좋은 결과를 낼 수 있도록 그런 프로젝트로 나아갔으면 좋겠습니다. 오늘 AMA 참여해 주셔서 매튜님께도 너무나 감사드리고요. 오늘을 계기로 이 프로젝트의 방향성이나 디테일을 더 잘 알게 되었으니까 함께 에이전트 레이어 커뮤니티 더 잘 구축해 나가서 함께 좋은 결과 만들어 갔으면 좋겠습니다. 정말 감사합니다.
Yeah, thank you for participating in today's AMA, and we really appreciate AgentLayer taking the time to hold this AMA interview specifically for our subscribers. And thanks to today's session, we were able to gain a clearer understanding of the direction and details of this project. We truly hope that AgentLayer continues to grow and thrive as discussed during the AMA. Thank you again.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.